Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for Atlanta Business Radio. Brought to you by OnPay. Built in Atlanta, OnPay is the top-rated payroll and HR software anywhere. Get 1 month free at onpay.com. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, another episode of Atlanta Business Radio, and this is going to be a good one. But before we get started, it's important to recognize our sponsor, OnPay. Without them, we could not be sharing these stories. Today on Atlanta Business Radio, we have Chuck Head with Center Parc Credit Union. Welcome, Chuck.
Thank you, Lee. I'm glad to be here.
Well, before we get too far into things, tell us about Center Parc Credit Union. How are you serving folks?
Yeah, Center Parc is a division of APCU, and the reason we have Center Parc is to be able to go out in the community and help the citizens of a certain geographic area. In this particular case, is Fulton County here in metro areas, Fulton County, DeKalb, and Gwinnett counties, but more specifically, the Georgia State University. We're very focused on the university, its students, its staff, its alumni. And so what we have carried over from Atlanta Postal Credit Union since 1925, which says that we are the oldest chartered credit union in the state of Georgia, the products and service that we have helped postal employees and their families with, we are now taking out to the community, and are extremely excited about the prospect of helping a larger audience, that being the communities around us, in the ways that we have done for the last 95 years.
Now, can you educate the listener about maybe the difference between a credit union, a bank, and then some of these maybe online kind of experiences that seem financial for folks?
Yeah, well, the primary difference in a credit union and a bank is we're going to say it's not for profit, a credit union. And the reason it's not for profit is that it's not that we don't make money, but when we do, we give it back to the membership. And you have to be a member to take advantage of those dividends that we give back for share accounts or your money that your deposit accounts, or for the low rates that we charge on loans. You have to be a member. With a bank, you can go and invest in a bank, go to Wall Street and buy stock in a bank and never even walk through the doors. But with the credit union, you have to be a member. So we make money, we give it back to our membership. That's your primary difference. That business model there is the primary difference. You mentioned I'm understanding your question about online. What was that question again?
Well, some folks are bypassing all kinds of physical locations and just dealing with their finances online. Yeah,
now we are. That's a part of going with Center Parc, is that we have more of a bricks and mortar presence that the membership can come to, but we have been very focused on remote servicing of our members. We at Atlanta Postal Credit Union, we have membership all over the country, which we had to adapt to electronic delivery of our products and service, and have done very well with that. And we will continue to do that with Center Parc, giving the membership that option. So we do want to have more of a bricks and mortar presence, but we have the electronic delivery as well. So we're trying to accommodate. We're in a very generational change at this point, and so we're talking about ATM strategies. We're talking about ITMs, and how we look with cash dispensers, and how our branch accommodates our membership at this point. And so, and our call center environment, our home banking, our mobile banking presence. So we have all that to try to accommodate membership in any way we can.
And then you have invested a lot of resources you mentioned Georgia State, and you took over the naming rights of their new stadium. Talk about why you did that and why it was important to kind of be out loud and proud about that.
Yes. As I mentioned, we were chartered in 1925. Our parent company is Atlanta Postal Credit Union. So we've been in the Atlanta area since 1924 for 95 years, and are very in tune with all the progress that Atlanta has made over these years, and we love the city. And so a part of that is Georgia State University, and how Georgia State, the effect that Georgia State University has had on so many lives here in our area. And then to see the vision that President Becker has with working with the Carter developers and, first buying the Turner Field, the old Braves Stadium, and converting that into the football facility for the university. And then the vision of moving residential and commercial buildings back up to the university, where they're going to have their baseball fields and their coliseum and all the surrounding development. With that, we're extremely excited about being a part of that, and then to be able to serve that community, knowing that we have been a part of this for so long. And then to be able to partner with the university in this way, and be even more entrenched, and with the possibility of not only helping the GSU family, but the neighborhoods around the family, that the university there. And President Becker was, very adamant about that as well. He does, though he wants to do greater things for the university, he wants to outreach to the communities around the university, and I could just resonate with that really, really well. That's what we would like to partner with them to do. Yeah.
So then, what is some activities or metrics that you'll look at down the road that your team will be high-fiving about that you've achieved, through this relationship?
Yeah, well, it's we have to have people understand why, what we do, and so trying to gain membership, and what we'd love to do is be a PFI, your primary financial institution, and so if we're able to educate young people into the differences of credit unions and banks, but just more of what we have to offer, then we're looking for a substantial penetration into the student body there at Georgia State University, and to be able to influence, to be a part of the community. One thing that one channel that we're trying to do this with is the community gardens. And we just feel like that just goes in so many different ways. In other words, if you're able to sponsor a piece of land that is being not utilized or very underutilized, and we're able to go in and use that property, we're going to beautify it. We're going to use it to educate younger people on, you want to prep your soil, you want to plant your seeds, you want to water that, you want it to come up, you need to harvest that. Where does it go after you harvest it? Well, then you go and you purchase it from the market that it's available at, and then you bring it home, you prepare it, and now it's on your table. So you see that full functionality there. And we want to team up with and work that aspect of it, because we feel like that if whatever we produce from those properties, we can give back to food pantries. We could take young children in these neighborhoods around the university, as that I had mentioned at the elementary age, work with the boards of education and being able to help put their hands on this process, and that everybody learns, when you're growing up about photosynthesis and all the things that are involved in growing things. But us being able to provide that avenue, that way for children to actually put their hands on it, and then be able to give back to the community. So we're really excited and enthusiastic about the community gardens aspect.
Yeah, it's a great metaphor for the work that you're doing about growing communities. So bravo to you for that kind of thinking. Now, are your members primarily individuals, or are they businesses? Are they, can a business come there for a loan, or is this primarily individuals that you want as Center Parc as the primary financial institution?
Yeah, you have to be a member to do anything with the credit union. But once you are a member, then you can open up a business account. And we have several members that have done that. And we do commercial lending. We are trying, we have a small suite of business products and service, but at this moment, we're trying to expand that into a full suite of products and service for small businesses. And but we want to make sure that we do it right. Because small business need a trusted partner in trying to start a business, sustain that business, grow that business, and we want to know that we have all the tools there available to them to help them succeed. Right now, like I said, we have a few things. We have business credit cards and checking accounts, and we're very familiar with commercial lending. But we feel like that our full suite is not quite there yet, but we're working very hard to get it there.
So the first thing on your list is to get more kind of members from the community to be members of Center Parc?
Yes. That, when fiscal responsibility, education, we want to be able to provide. We have the tools to be able to provide that, and people, citizens, they tend to go through hard times, and they're going through all this stress, and especially in this environment we're in today. You need to alleviate as much as you can because it's stressful enough to know the virus is all around us. But if you're going through financial hardships, you're wondering, I was able to go and buy this last month, and now I don't have the money to buy it. Why? And we would like to be there to look at everyone's financial situation and be able to work them through these hardships. And it's how to pay off high credit card or your high interest credit card debts, or any other high interest debt that you may have, that we may be able to refinance that or work out a program to get you consolidated. And then going forward, as being a member of the credit union, then when you do need something, you need a little extra cash for the holidays, or you do need that revolving credit, how to be responsible with that so that you get your credit score up. If you need a car, if you need a home, we have available all those products, and we have those at very good rates because, like I said, you're not a stockholder in the credit union. You're a member of the credit union, and so you're a name and not a number. We even answer the phone with a person. You're not having to punch a button, punch this button to go there, punch this button to go there. So that's how far we take the member experience, and so.
Well, if somebody wants to learn more, maybe is the branch open yet at the downtown branch?
It is. We have on Marietta Street. We have a branch opened. We just recently opened two in Savannah. And we plan on opening one up on Georgia Avenue, hopefully before the end of the year. But if not, it'll be right at the beginning of 2021. So we'll have two locations. We have one now. We'll have two very, very shortly in the next 3 months, we hope.
And if somebody wanted to learn more about Center Parc, what's the website?
It's www.centerparc, well, that's with a PARC.org.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much, Chuck, for sharing your story today. You're doing important work, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, Lee. I hope you have a great weekend.
All right. This is Lee Cantor. We will see you all next time on Atlanta Business Radio. And remember, this work would not be possible without the support of our sponsor, OnPay. Please support them so we can continue to share these important stories.
Today's episode of Atlanta Business Radio is brought to you by OnPay. Built in Atlanta, OnPay is the top-rated payroll and HR software anywhere. Get 1 month free at onpay.com.